Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here to share my third and final video in my DIY vanity series. I'm really excited. In my previous two videos, in the first one I showed how I went from a cluttered closet to a really awesome vanity space on a really great budget. In my second video, I talked about how did I go about decorating. I incorporated some existing decor and also brought in a couple new pieces. And in this video, I wanted to show how I went about organizing my makeup and what I did for that on a budget as well, because this whole thing has been about trying to keep it on a good budget, and that you can do that and turn it into an amazing space. So I hope that you have enjoyed this series. Let's get into my makeup storage. So what I had was the makeup that you see, the storage that you actually see on top of the vanity. The only thing I purchased was the palette holder, and then the little container I have put some Q-tips in. Everything else on the top I already had owned and was upstairs in, most of it was in my bathroom, kind of cluttered and not really having a lot of space, except for the mirror, the small light up mirror that was in my closet not being utilized. To start with, I actually have 3 different acrylic storage units. So the bottom is a 4-drawer Muji unit that I ordered right off of the Muji website. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Because in Canada, they don't actually have a store for that, so I actually ordered it online a couple years ago, and I love the size. I love it. It's perfect for what I need, and it works really, really great. The second one is a 3-drawer that I got. Actually, I got it off of Amazon, and it's okay. It's quite a bit smaller. I actually prefer the Muji drawers much better. They move much smoother. They actually are bigger, and it is what it is, right? If I could go back, I would, whatever. But I didn't buy them at the same time. I kind of bought them in pieces, but if I could go back, I would have it all as the Muji, because they have different sizes. You can get bigger ones. There's way bigger storage things out there, but all of this was upstairs in my ensuite, so I had limited space to work with. So that was working upstairs for me. So I just got that off of Amazon. And then the top little drawer that has also a built-in organizer thing on top where you can put, you know, brushes or whatever, that I bought at Winners a couple years ago. So what I did is I stacked them on top of each other in the corner, the left-hand side of the vanity, and I love how it looks. And I went ahead and reorganized all my makeup to have some brushes, face brushes up top. I have some e.l.f. lipsticks up top as well. And then I have my eye primers, and then I have some loose powder by Maybelline, which it's a newer thing I bought that I love. And then I categorized all of my makeup, starting with, I have my mascaras in the top, then I have my eyebrow and eyeliners second, and then lip products. I have highlighters. I have a couple, the next 2 drawers, which are into the Muji drawers, are my small eye palettes. Then I go into my blushes, and then my setting powders that are like the Rimmel or whatnot like that for setting under eyes. And then at the bottom, I don't use this very much because I don't do a lot of bronzing. I don't contour. I'm starting to kind of play a little bit with bronzing on the temples, but that's kind of how I've set up the drawers, and I love it. So then what I have is, to the right of that, I actually have 2 of these, which I did a DIY quite a long time ago on my channel, and I can link that up above for you in the card if you'd like to see how I took Bath & Body Works 3 wick candles. I cleaned them out and I made my own brush holders. I blinged them out. I added some of the filler in there to make them stand, and that's what I'm using to hold my brushes. And then I found these pedestals again a couple years ago from Michael's, and because I wanted the brush holders to be raised up. I don't like the look of them just sitting on the counter. That's just me. I like it to have a bit of height. So I did that. And then actually I purchased this white, I call it a palette holder. I found it in the stationery section, but I think it's for papers, but they didn't have any clear ones. So I saw this white one and it was working perfect I wanted it for my larger palette. So that's where I've stored like my Naked Heat palette. I have the Naked 3 palette. I have my Huda Desert Dusk palette, and then my Too Faced chocolate bar palette. So that's where I have all my larger palettes. And what I did for the back part is I stacked my two Naked palettes on top of each other, because it's tall in the back, and because they're thinner, they stack perfectly on top of each other because they're the same width and same length. So that worked out awesome. And then I've actually found this little lucite container on clearance at HomeSense. I think it was around $7, and decided that it has little rubber feet on the bottom so it won't move around. And I decided to put some Q-tips in there, because when I'm doing mascara, or maybe it gets on your face when you're doing your makeup, I want to have Q-tips handy. So I thought that would work perfect on top of the Vanity. And then I already had the light up mirror that I got from Amazon, and I will, if I can find that link to where I got mine, I will leave it down below, because I love this mirror. It turns on, it's bright, but it also, if you hold it, it will lower to less intense lighting, so the light's not glaring in your face. So it's got a little shelf on the bottom if you wanted to put some things in there. This one is black, which works fine. I didn't get a choice of what color I wanted, but there's many different types of mirrors like this that you can purchase, but this works perfect. So this is how I have set up my vanity space on top. Now what I did for the rest of my makeup, I have put in my pull-out drawer that I have here. And what I did is I took and went to my local Dollarama and purchased some clear organizers, and they fit perfectly. I bought 3 different sizes. To be honest, I was winging it. It was the one thing I kind of didn't think about measuring, which is kind of silly, but I knew I've bought those kinds of things in the past, baskets, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go there and find what I can find. So I wanted to store and make it as neat and possible, because I love that look in drawers, is things stored in little baskets and organizers, and I just think it really is clean. Everything has a place, it goes back in that spot. I've done that in various spots throughout my home, especially my kitchen drawers, and it's made things stay nice, neat, and tidy for the most part. So in my pull-out drawer, where I have the main other storage, that's where I store my foundations, my concealers, setting sprays. I have like my beauty sponge, pads if I want to clean off whatever, and then just odds and ends, hair stuff. I have hair serum and the hair accessories in there. So Dollarama has really nice little organizers, little bins, which Dollar Tree has as well. So I spent a total of $15 for all the organizers in the drawer, and they all fit perfectly. So what I did is I did a grouping of 4 square ones that you'll see here, those hold my foundations, and then I've put foundation samples behind that I'm using my little glass, I don't even know what that's called. That's where I mix the foundations on, and I love it. You just can, if you're mixing together too, or I like to put the foundation on the little glass piece, and then you can dab it instead of, I don't know, I really like that. It just, then you don't have it all over your hand. I'm really enjoying that. I found mine on Amazon. I got it quite a while ago, but it took like 3 months to get shipped for this tiny little piece of glass. But it's the most amazing little thing ever for foundation. I absolutely love it. And then I have, yeah, just various storage that works perfect. So I have 4 square, larger square. Then I have 3 long pieces, like 3 long ones. So I put 4 of these small ones here to house various things. So I have put a couple of them for beauty sponges, which I think works really great. So they can air out, they have a place to go. I'm not looking at them because even though you clean them or whatever, they start looking funky. But then, I don't know, I want it put away. I don't really want to look at the sponges. I love to look at brushes, but I don't know, I don't really want to look at that. So I have some of these which work out great. I put another one for like just pads, and then I have just those really small eyeshadow little foam brushes that come with like your back in the day, but I actually bought that pack from the dollar store, and I've put them in there if I want to do specific packing on with glitters or things like that. So I've just stored a pack of those in one of these little square organizers, and it works perfect. I love it. Then in the far drawer, I put another one of the long containers in there, and I've just stored spare iPads in there. I've put my spare cotton swabs, and then I've put 2 spare small square 2 of the small square storages where I put bobby pins, and then if one breaks or I need it for something, I have a spare one. So I've just stacked those, and they actually fit in this drawer perfectly. And then I've put my straightening iron right beside that, fits perfect. And then in the bottom shelf, I actually have odds and ends in there. I've put I have a cup of nail polishes that I've had. I put that in there. I have some spare lights, and that's about it. Like, I don't have much in there because there's not much else that I want to do. But that's basically what I did to organize. So in total, I spent $15 for the little clear organizers from Dollarama. I purchased the little Q-tip holder, I call it, for $7. And then the thing I used for the palette holder was $8. So in total, I spent $30 to do all of the organization, which may or may not be good for you because everything else I had. So I think for all the makeup that I have, that is a good price. Maybe it's not, but to me, I thought it was because I already had everything else. And I think that is amazing, and you can find some really fantastic organizational pieces from the dollar store. And if you went to Dollar Tree, it might even be cheaper than that, but I think $1.25 is pretty good. So guys, this concludes my DIY vanity on a budget. So in total, for all the supplies and things I had to do for organization and decor and all of that, it came to just under $180 for everything. And again, I was gifted the desk. I talked about that in one of the previous videos, I think video 1. And I was given gift cards that allowed me to purchase my chair at less than half price. And then my husband works where he works, he gets a discount on paint, and then my little lights were purchased from the dollar store. So I think that is a fantastic budget. Maybe you'll disagree with me, but I think it is. I don't know. I just am really super excited how this project came together. I had a specific vision, and I think it turned out really cute, and that I was able to turn this ugly, cluttered closet into something wonderful, fun, and a place where I can just sit and relax in my chair, do my makeup, do my hair, and just put some music on, drink some water, drink some wine or whatever, and just be, this is where I film as well, and just kind of feel like it's really my space. So I thank you all so much for the love and support, as I've shared a little bit on, you know, my other social media, Instagram and Snapchat, and been showing bits and pieces, and your excitement as well has been awesome and amazing, and that you found this series to be informative and inspirational, and that I hope that it does inspire you to tackle your own project that you may have that you haven't done yet, but perhaps maybe this will give you the little bit of push that you can do it on a budget, or you can turn something from dull and boring and eyesore to fantastic, fabulous, and amazing, just spending a little bit of time and thinking outside the box. So thank you all for subscribing and liking my videos and giving me so much love. And I will see you in the next video. And bye, guys.